Okay, so here's our chart. I'm going to zoom in a second, but I just wanted to see the full balloons. Can you bring it in and see that it floats our can that has 68 grams? Go ahead and let go. There's our can floating with 68 grams.
Wow.
All right, so move it out of the way, put it over by the door, and we'll come in to take a look at our chart here. Sorry.
20 balloons
Not
is a lot
super easy to
handle.
deal with 20 balloons. Okay. So here's our chart, and we actually found some pretty interesting stuff. So we started out with 3, and remember we thought it was going to be like around 5 grams per balloon that a balloon could pull up. And how much should 10 balloons have pulled up if it was around 5 grams per balloon?
50.
Okay, what did we get?
We got 38.
38. How much should 20 have pulled up if 10 balloons pulled up 38?
Well, it should have pulled up 76.
And what did 20 pull up?
68.
Okay, so we didn't quite get the multiplier that we were expecting.
Yeah.
Well, some balloons probably have more air than more helium than others.
Ah, okay. There's one good explanation, possibly.
And some of them.
Maybe we, in the beginning, maybe we grabbed some big balloons at first because we wanted to get the thing going, and some of the balloons definitely are bigger than others.
Yeah, and maybe some of them lost helium.
Oh, okay. That's definitely true from this morning when we first bought the balloons. 2 balloons could float an empty can, but when we came back this afternoon to actually do the project that we're doing right now, it took 3. So they are losing helium. So maybe over the course of the half an hour that we were doing, they lost a little bit of helium. Any other reasons you might think of?
Well, we didn't add quite the 4 grams each time.
Yeah.
Okay, good observation. We weren't adding quite 4 grams every time. If we did add 4 grams every time, going from 3 to 20, so sorry, how many trials did we do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 4 would be?
Would be
40, 16, it would be 56.
56 plus 14.
is 70.
Oh, so we actually, that's surprising, we were pretty close to about 4 grams every time. But sometimes, like here it was 2, and here it was 5. And okay, so actually we were reasonably consistent. But what did we notice with the scale?
The scale sometimes was inconsistent.
Right, the scale was sometimes inconsistent. Sometimes we would weigh something and it would say 61, and then we would take it off and put it on and it would say 63. So maybe it's just not as accurate at measuring lower amounts. But what did we find in these numbers that is at least along the lines of what we expected?
Well, they definitely got bigger.
The number of balloons got bigger.
And what it could pull or lift.
Okay, so as we added more balloons, it could lift more weight off the ground. Yeah. Okay, pretty interesting. Do you have any other observations about the experiment and something you found interesting learning about this?
Well, sometimes like only here 5 could lift 17, and 5 could also lift 22.
Oh, very good. Hey, high five. Good for noticing that. There was one time when we actually put our 4 grams of water in,
and it didn't really change.
And the balloon still could lift it. So that's interesting.
Differ by 5.
And then we have these where 9 didn't really work. 9
didn't work for 38.
Right, it didn't go perfectly in a line like we thought. Like sometimes we had to add 2 balloons to get it to lift up.
Yeah.
And at the end we did. And funny, at the end, it seemed, at least according to the scale, we only added 2 grams of water, but it took 2 more balloons. Could you grab the cube bot off there? So here's my question for you guys. I weighed this thing called a cube bot. And it turns out it weighs 38 grams.
38 grams.
Okay, so given everything you see here and all your theories about this, how many balloons do you think it's going to take to have the cube bot floating?
I'm going to say somewhere between 9, 10, or 11. Somewhere in that
because
region.
38 grams, we said, could 10 balloons took to lift that.
Okay, so that's going to be our next experiment. How many balloons does it take to lift this thing that weighs 38 grams? And what's your guess?
I'm saying 9, 10, or 11.
Okay, what's your guess?
10.
You're saying 10. Okay, great. Let's go see. Here, hold it.